Okay, welcome to another video. It's going to be kind of a, not really a review video. I'm going to go through each individual part of this helmet at some point, do a proper review on the individual parts. But people have been asking me what I use for my helmet setup. So I'm going to go through some of the bits and pieces with you in this video. Let's get into this. So yeah, interestingly enough, this is quite a detailed setup. I've got the one Tigris helmet. I bought the tan version because I wanted a version I could swap to a tan if I ever want to use a tan. But then I bought a cover with the MPT cover to go over the top. So I've got a different loadout if I want a different loadout. I've then got on the front here, I've got my Garmin. This is the VIRB XE. This is a pretty good, cheaper version of a GoPro, if you like. And it is pretty steady, it's waterproof, it's got a hard shell. I've got some extra lens protectors on the front of there as well in case a BB hits them, but I'm not worried about it at all. This is a pretty solid setup. The only problem with this is it's got a proprietary mount for the charging cable, which is a bit of a ballsy one for Garmin to do, because you can't just use any old USB-C or USB cable on there, unfortunately. So this cable has to run around the helmet via some extra clips and bits and pieces I've bought, extra bits of Velcro and stuff like that, and around the back, and sits underneath what this would be the counterweight pouch, which is a third-party pouch. It's not made by any particular maker. I think there's a few versions of it out there. They're all the same though, really. It does a job to a battery pack that's in there, and that is an Anker battery. I think it's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, which is really good, lasts for ages. I did run this at 1080p at 60 frames a second because I thought I wanted the frame rate. However, even with the battery pack, it lasts about 2.5 hours before it overheated and then died. So I've got about 2.5 hours worth of footage. And then the last 15 minutes of it is unusable because it's just black. But either way, I'm going to start running this at 1080p at 30 frames a second. So hopefully it will last a lot longer. So leave that on. Let's get to, I've got loads of different patches I've put around all of my gear. I've got loads of patches. By the way, the counterweight pouch actually goes up. That's part of this, what you see here is part of the pouch too. And it just opens up by Velcro, and inside there, take it out, charge it. And I've actually put or made a hole in the side to the USB so that can slot in there. If I ever do swap that out, it's not a major problem. I've actually got a new, because this is the GoPro mount, I've actually got a new mount that comes out and comes down a bit, because this can't go any further up and it's quite high up in my helmet. If I've got that on like that, it's about the height of the helmet. I'm always knocking my head, especially up in the bunker that I go to. So that I want to swap and spin round the other way and have it drop down, which I might do in another video and show you how I'm going to do that. But the problem I'm going to have there is that this cable then has to go the other side and run up this way. So I'll have to swap all the cable out and then jiggle around with it back here so it fits in still. The only other thing really to mention on this setup is the Air Pro, which is a pretty good setup actually. This is the Tomcat Comtac 2 ear defenders, but they're actually really good because they're amplifiers as well. Obviously it can go to my radio setup if I wanted to have that, but the good thing about these is it's amplified, so I hear a lot of what's going on around me, but it also then has the function to I think it's 85 decibels, anything over 85 decibels, and it cuts the hearing out. So any pyro going on around me, actually my ears are well defended, so it's all good. The mounts you see on this didn't come with the headset. I had to buy these separate, and to get them on it was an absolute nightmare. So just be careful if you do ever go for a set like this and you have to buy the separate mounts to go on the helmet mounts. The clips are a nightmare to get on, so taking these off the old headset, which would have gone over the head if I was wearing something like this, was easy to get off, but to put on the new ones was a bit of a nightmare, so you have to be a little bit careful. The only downside, and what I should have probably thought about beforehand, is inside, obviously it's got to have a cable running from one ear to the other, and that goes in and around, and I've got some black, it's not electrical tape, it's proper like gaffer tape. The problem with that is it hasn't actually stayed in one of them in the side there, so I've got a bit there, a bit in the middle, and a bit on the side, this side. But it's very sticky. Now when I put this on, my hair sticks to it and it's a bit of a problem. I should probably have thought about that beforehand, but at the time I wanted to get this rig set up for a skirmish I was doing a few weeks ago, and it was a quick fix. Thought it was going to last and be a good fix, but clearly it's not. So that's my helmet setup. All the links to all these bits and pieces are in the description below. They are affiliate links because most of this was bought on Amazon, so if you do ever purchase any of those things, I do get a couple of pence. It's not a massive amount, but it'll go towards the channel and help me make more video, more content for you guys in the future. Don't forget to like this video. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. This helmet is the One Tigris, by the way, and it's a really good helmet. There are other versions out there that are cheaper, but this comes with all the internal good setup in terms of the sponge and stuff like that. The other ones that you get are cheaper. You have to kind of buy them separate, and they don't have the tightener. So this tightens on my head. I wanted to wear a helmet because of I do a lot of skirmish up at the bunker, low ceilings. I'm always going to bump my head, and I have bumped my head in this thing, and this thing holds up brilliantly. I would just say that, you know, go for a decent helmet. This One Tigris, I think, retailed about £80, I think. No, maybe slightly less than that, because I got it without the cover and bought the cover separate. Because, like I said, I wanted to have a swap out. If I ever run tan gear, I can take all this off and just run tan, which I thought was a pretty good idea. But yeah, any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. Always happy to answer any questions. And yeah, you know, I've got stuff all over the place on this, and I swap out these patches all the time. I like to give people something different every time I go out. But yeah, I'm really happy with this setup. Like I said, I'm going to do an individual review of each of these bits of kit in another video. I just wanted to show you what I run and how I run it. And I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please like the video, that's appreciated. So subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. And I've got gameplay coming up too. I've recently purchased a run cam, so you're going to have footage of me shooting people close up, which is going to be pretty awesome. And yeah, just subscribe if you're interested in this kind of stuff. Hit the notification bell so you receive updates every time I upload a new video. Until the next one, guys and girls, call your hits. See you soon. Take care. Bye.